Welcome back to the Retro Rides. I'm your host Connor, and in today's video I'll be reviewing Afterburn at Carowinds in Charlotte, North Carolina. This B&M inverted coaster is 2,956 feet long with a top height of 113 feet and a top speed of 62 miles per hour. There are 6 inversions, a loop, Immelman, zero-G roll, batwing, and corkscrew, with the batwing counting as 2 inversions. And there are 32 riders per train with rows of 4 and 8 rows. Plus there are 2 trains running on the track, which gives it a very good capacity. This is a very fun, intense B&M inverted coaster, and I generally enjoy it. But without further ado, let's get into the layout. Your ride experience on Afterburn starts off with a 113-foot tall climb up the lift hill, and once you reach the top, you fall down into the classical B&M pre-drop, then spiraling into the downward right-hand drop, up into a very forceful vertical loop, back down into a very, very nice, smooth Immelman, which are always fun to experience, back down into the best part of the ride, the zero-G roll, and you zoom right above the midway into the batwing, underneath the pathway, up into the other half of the batwing. You fly back down and just gradually go over the station, falling back down into a very whippy corkscrew, where then you fly around in an upwards left-hand helix into the brake run. And that was your experience on Afterburn. Alright, here's some other stuff I like about the ride. Layout's very strong. I think the layout overall is nice. Every single element, the loop, Immelman, corkscrew, batwing, and especially the zero-G roll are all whippy and intense. Your feet on some of the elements, aka the zero-G roll and the corkscrew, they'll sort of become flopping fishes. And you don't know, like, they just kind of dangle around. And that's what I like about this ride. You can't feel your feet when you're on it. And I generally think of that as a positive, because that just means the ride's really intense. And I don't know if anyone else has that problem, where when you get off, your feet are jello. But in my opinion, it's a good thing in some ways. And in some bad ways, like Green Lantern and Vortex, which are both stand-up coasters, those cause pain to your feet. Unlike this ride, which is a fun kind of pain. And capacity-wise, very nice. 32 riders a train, 2 trains running on the track. Carowinds is generally, it does a good job on keeping the trains on the track. It's unfortunate that there is only 2 trains that are allowed to run at once. I don't think this ride can run 3 trains. At least from what I've seen, it doesn't do that. It normally runs 1 or 2, which 1 train ops are never fun, but hey, it happens. And I like the theming of this ride because it's themed to a fighter jet, and it's a very appropriate theme considering how intense this ride is. If you're not a big fan of intense rides, stray away from this, because this will probably make you gray out if you are not accustomed to that already. And if you're a roller coaster enthusiast, hey, that just means you have something to write home about. And generally, the color scheme's pretty good on this ride, I'm not gonna lie. Just overall, its appearance is nice. There's a fighter jet in the plaza. It looks pretty cool. And I think Carowinds, back in Paramount days, did a good job with this ride. And one of my favorite rides I've ever ridden. Always have a fun time riding this. And yeah, that was my review on Afterburn. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Totally would recommend riding it if you're a fan of intense rides. And if you're not, I would still give it a try. It's not like it will hurt you or anything if you're not a fan of intense rides, but if you're very sensitive, then yeah, maybe not. It's just a warning, because the first time I rode this, I didn't expect it to be intense, and I was a wee 6-year-old, and it didn't feel too good getting off of it. My stomach was in circles. It was in knots. I couldn't feel it. My legs were numb. But nowadays, I like that feeling for some reason. Call me weird, but hey, that's what I like. And yeah, Afterburn's a good ride. 10 out of 10 recommend. And yeah, that was my review. Hope you enjoyed. Smash like, smash subscribe. Turn on notifications because then you know whenever I upload. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. And this was the Red Slayer Rides, and I'm out. Bye, guys.